I grew up with parents who like to put seemingly unfixable old houses back together. And so, I developed an appreciation at a really early age for the intrinsic value of old solid materials. So when we started working on this place, 241 King William, back in the mid 80s, I was a little older and able to be useful. I'd spend my summers and vacations crawling around under the house in places that my parents couldn't get to, or scraping alligator old paint off of the boards with a blowtorch. My mom was a real scavenger. She was also roaming around the neighborhood and wherever she could find materials that she thought would be useful in putting this house back together or for other projects, she'd pick them up. And so we had enough material not just to put this house back together, but to create 2 apartment units in our 2,200 square foot carriage house in the back, which are accessory dwelling units. And we framed up all of the walls. We used recycled trim, doors. We even pulled some cabinets from a house that was being torn down. They're more contemporary cabinets, but it just goes to show that there's a use for all of this.
What we have learned in historic preservation is that buildings are living, breathing opportunities for us to tell our story as a city. Being able to reuse materials, even though a building itself and the facility may be failing, but be able to reuse those materials in a way that preserves the fabric of a community is a very important part of historic preservation. In addition to that, it allows for high quality materials to be used in the community.
So the older growth wood is irreplaceable. This is a piece of the old longleaf pine, original railing from the house. And you can see how close together the rings are. And you can even see where this is. In fact, I think I cut this 30 years ago. And you can see the burn marks where the saw had a really hard time making it through the wood. It is so hard that you can't drive modern nails through it. The steel's gotten soft. You hit it with a framing hammer and it just bends like butter. There was a time as a society where we didn't broadly recognize the intrinsic value of old things. I think that's changed with time. My mom, Jessie Simpson, has written a couple of books about the history of the neighborhood, documenting the houses, the people who built them, the people who have lived here over time. What she revealed is that this is not just a collection of old structures on a street, that this is a tapestry of community, of culture, of the march of time, of people living together and forming social networks and providing stability generation after generation.